Hi, my name is Denise Martinez Amicas, and we are here to present about Transaction Processing System or TPS. To start, what is a transaction processing system? It is a computerized system that performs and records the daily routine transactions necessary to conduct the business. It is also the system that serves as the operational level of the organization. A TPS is also an information system used to support and record transactions. TPS is led by two organizations, namely the Association for Work Process Improvement and the Transaction Processing Performance Council. TPS is also the backbone of an organization's information systems. It monitors, collects, stores, processes, and disseminates information for all routine core business transactions. These data are input data to functional information systems application, VSS, and CRM. The purposes of TPS are to record, process, validate, and store transactions. Note that these purposes take place in various functional areas of the business for future retrieval and use.
My name is ArisLaviDen and I will be discussing about the characteristics of a transaction processing systems, the acid test and its connection with the transaction processing qualifiers, and the features of the TPS. But first off, we will be discussing about the properties or characteristics of the TPS. So the first property would be the rapid processing. So every TPS is vital to the success of the enterprise because with this technology, the customer demands and trends would be predicted by the enterprise or the company, and they will be able to take immediate action with the said issues encountered. Second, reliability. These TPS systems must be accessible and operational 24/7, and each transaction must never slip past this TPS. Standardization. Each transaction must be processed the same way or with the standard algorithm so that they can maximize efficiency. Controlled access. The TPS must be restricted to employees who need it or to those employees who are authorized in manipulating this TPS. Then lastly, this TPS must be able to pass the acid test. So what is the acid test and its connection with transaction processing qualifiers? To meet those qualifiers, the system or the TPS must have atomicity, which means that every transaction must be completed successfully with all the steps. And then consistency, the transaction must be able to transform the system and the database from one valid state to another. Isolation, the transaction must be concurrent with other transactions. Durability, which means that these transactions, to the database must become permanent. So these records must become permanent. So the features of a TPS. A TPS must support the business rules and the business processes which are present inside the company. So many users of transaction processing systems in our daily lives, such as when we make a purchase in the retail store, university, or withdraw money. So almost all organizations in the industry must be able to have at least TPS around. So all TPS systems is supposed to be the lifeline of the company because all of the data, all of the information is present there, such as the MIS and DSS, the decision support systems. So as I said earlier, it must be reliable and it must be operational 24/7 because the consequences of having the system down or halted would be serious and would cost the company a lot. So a TPS must also be the link to customer suppliers, distributors, and regulatory agencies. So this TPS has various function areas in the organization such as the finance, accounting, manufacturing, production, etc. etc. This TPS must be able to handle every department in the organization so that This promotes cross-functional TPS, and with that cross-functional TPS, they're able to achieve a free exchange of information with these different business units, which is a very desirable goal so that the company would save time and save energy or resources along the way. So that's it.